An entry from the diary of Momo Singh, age 15, priestess in training of the shrine near Purple Meadows. I did it! I did it! Mr. Crowley told me I could do it, and I did it! I felt the path! Okay. Let me tell you what happened. The Pathfinder told me that I needed a clear and quiet mind to feel the path stretching before me and around me, and, well, you know how hard it is for me to make my mind be quiet. There's so much to think about. I can hardly understand wanting to not, but the Pathfinder said it was important, so I did my best. He said that it might help to focus on something in nature, like the leaves falling off the trees or the fish swimming in the pond. So I sat down by the fishing pond and I watched. I watched for a while, and it felt like nothing was happening. But I was determined. I wasn't going to let Mr. Karanti down, so I sat and sat and sat, even after my tail fell asleep and my stomach started growling from missing lunch. I sat there so long that I actually ended up zoning out. I was watching the ripples in the pond and listening to the wind through the trees, and my eyes just stopped looking at anything. It was like I saw what was in front of me, but fuzzy, out of focus. Then I looked up and there was somebody standing on the other side of the pond. I thought it was Mr. Karanti at first, but this person was way bigger, taller and whiter, with what looked like a candle on their head. Even though I didn't know who they were, though, I felt safe. Like nothing bad was going to happen. The fuzzy person putting out the pond, and when I looked down, it was finally clear. I could see the paths that all the fish were taking, circling and weaving their own little lives through the pond, as important to them as our lives are to us, laid out as clear as day. It was... what's the word Mr. Karanti said? An epiphany. When I looked up to thank the person, they were gone. I'll be honest, I don't know who that is, but I got a good feeling about the festival next week. I bet it's gonna go great. The shrine near Purple Meadows is a quaint old building atop a hill about an hour west from the village of the same name. A well-cared-for set of winding steps begins at the bottom of the hill, signified by an ancient stone archway from which a number of charms and tokens dangle, tinkling out a soft chime in the afternoon breeze. The lower half of the archway itself seems to be covered in dozens upon dozens of child-sized paw prints made of ink. It seems to be a tradition in this area to come and make your mark here at a certain age. Sitting in front of the shrine's main building is an offering box and a prayer bell tied to the end with a hand-braided rope. Ascending the steps, you see behind the shrine itself is a small garden bearing various root vegetables and other herbs, probably enough to reasonably support 2 or 3 people with a fairly balanced diet. Past the hilltop, the landscape gives way to sweeping fields of not yet bloomed lavender, swaying gently in the breeze. The field's uniform vista is broken by a single clearing at the base of the hill, a cherry tree overhanging a small fishing pond, where an old koshaki sits in peace.
When you get here, you don't see anybody at first, and you see out at the pond there's another cat in similar robes, but like more priestly version of Momo's robes, who is sitting at the edge of this pond with a fishing rod.
Could you just, maybe we can cut this off if it's too much, but could you refresh me on what the path was? Because it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the path it's kind of like Zen Buddhism.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an agnostic sort of faith system that's more about what you do. And like the path that you take rather than like following a specific god. Like, the idea is like, you can walk along the path with any god, but you walk along the path regardless.
Right.
And the way you walk it is who you are. Is that helpful?
Yeah. I was just trying to remember why Radiant was so interested in it before, and it was like, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so there's this old gray Koshaki, like a sort of deep gray fur. This sort of fur you would see like on a Russian blue.
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting out at this pond fishing.
Oh, my favorite.
He does not seem.
My favorite pastime.
Yeah, he does not seem to have heard you as you come up, because he's pretty far away at the moment.
Adeline looks. Momo's with us, right?
Yes.
That's that old Kashaki. Is that the guy we're looking for?
That's the Pathminder. Mr. Karate! Hey! And like he kind of like jumps and almost falls into the pond.
Oh
no! And she goes, "Oh no!" And her like tail pops up and her eyes get really big, and she covers her mouth with her hands and nearly drops her staff.
Aww.
And then she catches her staff.
Oh bless!
And she's like, okay, you set that down, and I'll keep watch on it. I guess.
It won't. Are you sure it's several days that it takes to revive?
It's at least one.
Okay, then you can keep watch on it.
Okay. And she like stands over it with her staff, like to smack it if it moves.
Aww.
And this you see the old man, the old Kushaki, like stand up and like stretch and crack his back. And he picks up a staff that looks a lot like hers, but it's painted and carved a little bit more. Like it's got little like glyphs carved into the wood along the shaft, and then he painted the paw to look like his paws.
No.
Yeah.
I love that. That's extra.
Yeah. Well, it's important that you pay attention to the path that you follow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Is he coming over, or are we going to?
He's kind of making his way over. He's not running.
Yeah, Adeline's gonna meet him halfway, or like 3/4 way, because she's probably faster.
Yeah,
than him.
same with Ford.
Yeah, I'll follow.
He's like old, but he's pretty sprightly, spry. He was able to like fall over and not break anything, so he's still okay. He's kind of got like the hand behind his back, and he's walking on the staff, like leaning on the staff like a walking stick, which is really all these staffs are. And he's got maybe he's got like those prayer beads on his neck.
Mm-hmm.
I love those,
Yeah.
but that might be like mixing too many different aesthetics of different fits. Anyway, he's got some sort of charm around his neck, some symbol of the path to denote that he is like an actual priest as opposed to like a acolyte or a neophyte.
Yeah.
And it was Pathminder Kashanti?
Pathminder Karanti.
Karanti. Got it.
Kurranty.
Oh, that's absolutely not how I spelled it before.
I think Adeline is like at least like experienced in being polite to people that she meets who seem like they're authority figures. So she says, greetings, Pathminder Karate. We were coming into town to help. We killed a monster. It's here. It's like the other one, Momo said. It's very dead, though.
You see, he stops and like kind of watches you, kind of squints a little bit. That sounds dangerous.
Us killing the monster, or us being here?
Yes.
All right.
Would you like some tea?
I would love some tea.
If you would be so kind.
I do. Hello, very big man. And he walks past you. keeps walking up the path, up to the booth. This fellow, if I had my way, would be voiced by Mako.
From Avatar?
Yes, and from like other things, but yeah, that guy, the guy who voiced Iroh.
Yeah. That's what I was
That's
thinking
the sort of Uncle Iroh is kind of this very sort of like he's this sort of calming, chill, soothing demeanor.
Good.
Yes.
And yeah, he like just kind of walks up, toddles his way up, and says, "Oh, hello, Momo." She's like, "Oh, hi, Pathfinder," and she just like salutes like a military salute, and then she puts her hand down, and then she like stands up straight because she realized like saluting isn't what you do to a priest. He's like, "It's good to see you well. Is this the creature?" And he kind of pokes the beach ball monster with his staff.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
That's the one.
Yes, that's the one. He says, "I see. That looks a lot different than the last one."
What's
What did the last one?
one look like?
Let me get the kettle. And he goes and walks into the shrine building. He slides open the door, and walks in. And you see past him the other monster in the that is kind of staked to a wall in the shrine. It's got a little charm around its neck to keep it from rising.
Mm.
It is this other one where this is a big ball, center ball with two long legs. The other one was an eel. It was about 15 feet long with about 6 sets of legs, so a dozen legs.
But human legs?
No, like smaller legs.
Okay. Not muscular
they all
human legs.
No,
Okay.
no. They all have thumbs though. So they are legs that end in hands.
Oh no.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
just so many hands.
It's 12 whole hands. Yeah. Yeah, and it's staked to the wall with the charm around its neck, and it's coiled up underneath it. That's the last one. You can put that next to it.
Did that one also shoot fire?
Oh, with the steam, I hear. Steam. Oh, that's me doing the steamed hands.
Oh,
No, it's and he pokes these holes that go along its sides. It was like a whale with superheated air in the blowholes on the sides.
Gross.
Gross. Yes. And then he kind of ignores it and goes over to where there's a little stove top, and has a jug of water that he reaches down and picks up to fill the kettle.
Radiant turns
Would you
to sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask him if he wanted some help with that.
Oh, Radiant was just gonna turn to Momo and be like, "Do you got any more of those charms that I can use on this one?"
Yeah, no, sure. And she rummages through a chest and pulls out, she pulls out it's a wooden charm on a necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And she pulls out just another wooden token that's the same size. And she goes and sits down cross-legged in front of the first one and starts to carve it into this thing with her nail. One of her claws.
Yeah.
She her tongue bleps out as she's concentrating.
Aww.
And she copies it as best she can, and she does a pretty good job. And she says, "Here, you can put it on that one."
And this is for sure going to work.
And on the other side, Karanti says, "Probably."
Cool.
Mr. Priest, sir,
Yes, big man.
my name is Ford. Hello.
Hello, Ford.
is there a way to kill it permanently? 'Cause part of my job depends on things I kill staying dead, and if they don't do that, well, that's a hit to, putting food on the table.
Well, if you'd like, you could try to... What's the word for when you cut it open and look at what's inside of it?
Dissection.
Dissect it?
That one. You could do that and see if you can figure out why it keeps getting up, but I have no idea.
I'll take the eel. It's just like...
I'll take the beach ball.
It's just like opening up a fish.
Yeah, got that fish?
Yeah.
Yes, very good. I'm going to keep making tea.
What's Adeline up to?
Adeline was about to say, that she's going to help, she's going to attempt to help him make tea, like a sort of a little bit hover around him, like, do you need it? Do you need any help?
And he looks at you and says, Adeline, that is your name?
Yes.
It is important along the path that you take some of the roads yourself.
I just wanted to help make tea. Sure.
You can help me, Adeline.
Then I'm gonna help Radiant. And she just sort of awkwardly steps back. She's like, man,
I think Ford mutters, God damn it, I'm not a naturalist. And starts gets out a knife.
Adeline very quietly says to Radiant, a priest of cello like this?
No, they're way more fun.
Oh, cool.
And then
I am fun.
Oh my god. I thought he had old man hearing. Oh god, call him an old man.
I'm sorry, Mr. Karate.
Don't worry, I'm an old man.
Ella's just head in her hands. Let's cut open this fish.
Adeline,
Mr. Ford.
how many times have you gutted a fish?
Ford.
Yes, sir?
If you do not have skills, I believe I have a doctor's bag in my bedroom that may be of use to you.
That would be lovely, sir. Thank you.
And he lays you off.
I go and grab the doctor's bag.
Yeah. Sorry, what was it?
I was just going to say, in response to how many times have you got a fish, Adeline said, never.
Oh, then this is a treat for you. First timer.
Please don't cut open the fish in my house, please.
If we move it, will it, is it gonna wake?
Probably not.
Fantastic. Adeline will pick it up and carry it.
She's like, I don't know why these folks think I'm going to know all this stuff. These things just started showing up. I'm a old man. I'm a priest.
He has developed some sort of amulet to keep them from rising from the dead. That's fairly impressive. He seems like an expert.
Yeah, he's a smart old man. Momo's kind of she's standing in the middle of the room and she's kind of shifting back and forth between going over to him and then following you, and going over to him and then following you.
I look over at her and go, wanna help?
Yes! Yes, that would be... Yes. And she scuttles outside.
Fish getting teams.
And now it's like a Cooking Mama segment where Radiant teaches Adeline how to gut a fish.
This is on Chopped.
Alright, so this is how this is gonna work. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, should have told. I always expected that you were probably going to do an autopsy on these fish, but I totally forgot to write the custom move for it. So I wrote a bunch of other custom moves. So let's just do this as maybe a intelligence or dexterity.
I'm not good at either of those, and I'm from a fishing village. I feel like I should get some kind of advantage on this.
That's true. You are a fish boy.
Yeah.
So I guess you can take a +1.
Okay.
and then you each get a +1 because you've got someone helping you.
Cool.
You and Ford.
It doesn't matter to me which one I roll because both my dex and it are same.
Yeah, me too.
So.
Yeah. And so what it's going to be like, it's going to be kind of like a spout lore, where if you hit a 10+, I'll give you something useful and interesting. If you hit a 7 and 9, I will just give you something interesting.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's hope.
Oh, shit.
Cool. That's a 12.
Ford map horn.
Holy shit.
That's
Hang on.
I'm a smart boy.
I got a 12 also.
Oh my god.
We're really good at dissecting.
Yeah.
You're extremely good at cutting open fish.
Radiant, goes on autopilot and, starts preparing it for, as a meal. Just hey.
Alan's like, oh, no, hang on, what are you doing? That doesn't seem... She's, sitting cross-legged on the ground in front of this fish.
I mean, I don't know, maybe. It might taste good. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
It's been dead.
Try some.
No, it's been dead for several...
Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
It's been dead for some time. I think that it will be bad.
I think a bite of the
Well,
fish.
I heard there's a place further up north where they pickle fish in the ground and then pull it back up.
This isn't geology. We're not licking the test subject. We're not eating it.
I want to sneak a bite of the fish. Do I have to roll for that?
Oh my
No,
god.
You just kind of munch on it. And which one are you biting, the eel or the
eel?
Or the beach ball?
The eel.
Okay, the eel. Yeah, it tastes like eel.
It tastes like eel.
Oh no.
Does it taste like eel that's been dead for
Maybe
a week?
Maybe slightly rubbery, but
Yeah.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I hand it over to Momo, try some.
No, don't, Momo.
Her eyes get kind of big, like her pupils dilate like a cat, and she looks at you, and her ears flick back, and she takes it and nibbles on it.
Oh my god.
And then she puts her hand down to low 5 radiant.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Radiant low 5, sorry. Anyway, the rest is for Chella.
So the important thing is that you both find a black stone in the center of these beasts.
Ooh.
You remember when you fought that skeleton that had the weird glowing lines on it that was made of black stone?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is that stuff. It's the same sort of, it's like a black marble. When you cut it open, you looked at it, you saw it almost wedged into the nervous system of these creatures, and it was glowing. And when you pulled it out, it stopped glowing.
Huh.
So that's a good sign?
Yes, because
Is it like a Philosopher's Stone situation from FMA?
kind of.
Huh.
A little bit, yeah. When you pull it out, and when after it's outside of these creatures, they just the creature. Nothing happens to the creature, but the thing being pulled out does that thing that the skeleton did, where it starts glowing and then it melts into motes of light.
Huh.
Okay,
Wow.
I hold it with tweezers. The doctor tweezers.
Okay, I mean, it melts into motes of light.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not gonna stick around.
Yeah. With the both of you rolling 10 pluses and one of you rolling 12, I'm going to say that you realize that these things were keeping these things alive. These stones were they were regenerating the monsters.
So
when you pulled them out, you stopped that.
So did they come from this is in character, so do they come from the island then? Because that's the only place we've seen this kind of thing.
It's pretty far. I mean, I know we travel from there, but why all the way out of here?
Have you seen this stuff before?
Yeah, one time.
Just
hey Mama, where did these monsters come from? From the south?
No, they came from the north, out of the forest, but that's a huge forest up north.
Have you ever seen any weird black stone outcroppings or anything like that?
No.
Hmm.
No. I have not.
Oh. Guess we have to go north.
Into the forest.
Should we ask for some guidance first?
Like from Karanti?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a smart dude.
Yeah. Every time.
Yeah, Pachari. You brought Pachari.
I was
yeah.
literally about to say, what was Pachari doing?
He is.
Is he gonna eat the eel? This is important.
I mean, if you ask him, right now he's fishing. He picked up the fishing rod that Karate had dropped, and is just over at the pond fishing, which is why he wasn't in this scene before.
Yeah.
He walks back with like a fish on his line, like holding it from the hook. He's like, "Hey guys, check out what I got."
Nice.
Yeah, check out
Good job.
what we've got.
Oh, that's bigger than what I got. The fish wiggles in his hands.
Since we're here, do you want me to prepare that for you?
Yeah, totally. And some sashimi.
Yeah, I do that.
Pachari, do you know anything about the forest to the north? Just, you travel around a lot. Worth a shot.
Yeah. So straight to the north is South Pillars, which is the kind of big city of this region. And then northeast is the lake. There's a lake up there. Folks used to fish it. Mom was like, folks don't fish it anymore. And he says, I guess folks don't fish it anymore.
Why not?
Why don't folks fish it anymore?
And Mom was like, well, technically it's, it's structure property, and the structure wants to make sure that fish goes to everyone and not just the Kilmere Purple Meadows. So, they sent some folks over there to take over the fishing duty. We still get the fish from it. We just don't fish it ourselves.
So nobody goes up there? Nobody from Kill, anyway?
No.
I think we should check out the lake, personally, over the city.
Yeah.
Radiant tries to whisper very hard, but he's like naturally a boisterous character, so he just says, should we take the robots?
Ford sighs.
Yes, Addie and Ford just in unison.
No, we're not taking the rabbits. Remember, we left Zara back.
Momo's like looking between all y'all, and she's got them big munchkin eyes.
But what if we need them?
We can get them later.
I mean, actually, this is fair. We should probably bring our... Okay, hang on. Is there a path? We have some supplies on our carts, which can be helpful in certain dangerous situations. Is there a road that leads to the lake, or is it sort of like a hike through the forest sort of situation?
No, there's not a road. I guess there might be. I mean, they might have made like a path, a trail from South Pillars when they set up their, fishing stuff when they took over for us. But we used to just hike through the forest.
So, in theory, we could take a road to South Pillars and then from there go to the lake. Do you know how long that would take compared to hiking through the forest?
If you walk up to South Pillars?
Yeah.
South Pillars is about 3 hours walk.
That's not super bad.
Hiking through the place, through the forest is usually, it's roughly the same time if you know where you're going. I'm
just saying, I think if we find something there, it'd be better to have The robots.
No, I agree. I mean, the supplies.
I don't. What's a robot?
It's just
It's
Pachari
kobold
speaks up.
slang for food.
Pachari speaks up and it's like, I think there was once a guy who said, like, a robot is an older language word for slave.
That's...
No!
Oh, God. Robots is what we call our oxen. Their names are Ro and Bot, and we love them very much. And...
Yeah, robota. It's a check. Wait, you call your... This is Mama now. She's like, you call your oxen slave?
No, what?
It happened on accident. One of them was called Ro and one of them was called Bot, and it was just a very unfortunate situation.
Yeah, we started with Bot. We started saying Bot Ro, but then Robot sort of like flows off the tongue better, and that's why we keep saying Robot, and for no other reason.
Radiant is doing like the Arthur meme with like the fist clenched, like he wants to say something so bad.
Oh, that's right, because he cannot lie.
Yeah.
He cannot. Okay, as far as I see it, here's the options. I do not think we should leave them, our beautiful, beautiful Ox, Ro, and Bot behind, because they have all our stuff. So, we can either go all the way up to the city and then back down to the lake, or we could send Jameson to do that, and we could hike through the forest and beat them there. Momo, how often do these attacks happen? Is this like, do you think, extremely time sensitive, or?
Well, the last one was like a week or so ago. But if they're weekly, then the next one's gonna happen at the festival.
Yeah. We're not gonna let your festival get ruined. Festivals are so good.
Very important to us.
So what do you two think?
Maybe
Hike or...
Maybe we could scout out the lake first?
That's what I was thinking, because how long does it take to get to the lake without a road, Momo?
Oh, well, I mean, if you know where you're going and you don't get lost in the forest,
Unlikely.
a few hours.
How long?
A few hours.
So, okay.
What if we, this is out of character, what if we get the robots, like, close to the path? Just in case. Like, move the carts close to where the forest is.
I was going to say, like, Jameson goes on ahead with the carts to, like, go all the way around so that he can actually take a road and meets us there, and we just beat him there by a couple of hours or whatever.
Right, but if the attack is going to happen next week, then is he just going to stay there with the...
He's going to meet us at the lake. Oh, wait, no. What if we get attacked at the lake?
Yeah, exactly. That was my concern. But I'm not sure.
So we scout the lake out, and then he turns up with the carts. And then if we need them, we get the robots out.
Yes.
And then if we don't, we head all back with the carts together.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pachari, will you go with Jameson so that he doesn't get lost? We really don't want to lose those precious, precious oxen that we love dearly. That we hired, but we love.
I was there when you got those robots. I was there when you got those oxen. I don't think their names were Ro and Bot. I'm just going to say.
I think that's what we've been calling them, just
in our heads and in our hearts.
Yeah, I've been with you the whole time. I don't remember that.
We've been whispering it.
I think
right.
Ford leans over, just like, just please, dude, just please go along with it. Please.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I like Jamie. I'll go walk with him.
I love him.
A leisurely stroll through the forest, I guess.
No, not through the forest, through the path, specifically.
Well, it's a forest path.
I guess.
get it.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even know that there is a forest path at this point. Momo just guessed that.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
great. No, they're going to the other town first, and then they're going to.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, she guessed that.
Yes.
She was like, "Oh, they need a path to get to
Right.
fish."
she has no idea. She hasn't been there.
Okay, that makes. You know what? I trust Momo.
Okay, could I do like?
Let me just say, you have 7 full days before the festival.
Yeah.
Try, you don't have to do it all this second.
Right.
Just to let you know.
Like, the thing is, where should we leave the robots? Because none of us can summon them right now.
Hey, Mr. Priest, sir?
Yes.
Is it cool if we, bring some carts up here?
Are you going to trample my garden?
No.
Then sure.
Cool, so, if anything, we can store them here, I guess. Worst comes to worst.
At this point, Karanti comes out and he called him. He's like, also, the tea is done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's lavender tea.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, nice.
And he brings you in and he pours everybody a cup. And he pours himself a cup. And you drink some tea. Congratulations.
So
Easy on a campaign.
We did it. It turns out that it's like a alien movie where the aliens are allergic to water, but all of the monsters are allergic to lavender.
So who are you people and why are you here?
We're, oh god, what was her name? The cat lady.
Oh, Tora, Ileana?
Yeah, we're here, on Ileana's request. Do you know her?
Ah, little Miss Bright Eyes. Yes, we were schoolmates once. There was a real firecracker back that day, I'll tell you that.
How old are you?
Radiant.
No, but listen, Miss Ileana is like 1,000 years old, right?
No. Morgana, Deep Lore, is 600 years old. Ileana is like 60.
Oh shit! I thought they were both like a
Age
goddamn
difference.
million years old. Age difference. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Radiant doesn't know that, so he still asks.
I don't know. Somewhere around 60.
Same. Like when people ask my age, they're like, oh, something. It's somewhere in there. We just want to help. She said that she was having visions of danger during the festival.
Well, she does like to have visions of things, mostly danger.
Yeah, well, she was worried. But here we are, and rightfully so. It seems because you got some eel and ball related problems here, which we fixed. Look,
Look how good we are at fixing things.
Do that. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you. I needed that.
Pass you on the shoulder. Very helpful young people. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Could
Do you know anything?
Sorry, go.
I was just gonna say this. Do you know anything about the lake? The one that people don't fish anymore?
Yes, there is good fish there. Very
Hopefully.
big fish. Always been very big fish. For that lake.
How
Wonder if
big?
they got any bigger?
Oh, like tuna.
Okay, so regular big, not the Kraken big.
No. What kind? No. It's a lake, not a little ocean.
Well,
Oh,
How long
that's
is
the
it?
question. When we
How
get to
long
the
has there been a ban on fishing there?
3 months at this point, I think.
Oh, not very long. Was the van suspicious in any way?
I think for things to be suspicious, you need to be a person who feels suspicion towards others.
Radiant turns to Momo. Hey, was the van suspicious in any way?
And she says, I don't know. Maybe? Are you suspicious of me?
I think we should check it out.
Yeah, I think we should check the lake out. But
Yeah.
Momo, we don't think you're suspicious.
Okay.
yeah, we were told there's also spiritual guidance to be had.
Yes! And she looks at Karanti. Yes. Pathfinder Karanti it's very, very good. It's very spiritual. And Karanti kind of draws himself up where he's sitting, and he straightens his robes, and he kind of tugs on the charm around his neck, and he says, "For a good life, one must be good."
Okay, I thought it was gonna be more like dream stuff, but
No,
that's
no,
it's very helpful. Thank you.
No sitting under a waterfall or anything? Like,
Are you here? Wait, do you want a vision quest or something? What's going on?
I'm on a quest. Radiant raises his hand.
There's been a lot of weird stuff happening lately in our lives, and feel like honestly any guidance we can get would be well, I'd personally like some.
Okay. What ails you, my friend? My very large new friend Ford.
Past lives? He looks at
Okay.
Adeline.
You wish to put the past behind you. You're no longer the person you once were.
Not quite.
Hmm.
Do you, do Kushaki believe in reincarnation? That's a question in character for Chaboy.
Sure. I believe there are many potential possibilities of when you die. The path goes in many directions.
Okay, then I think what Ford maybe wants to ask is, if there was, theoretically, a past life, and they had a very, dangerous path, but they succeeded on, it seems, and now we have to do the same path as the past life. How do you and she just looks back and forward. I'm trying real hard with this.
Yeah, let's say you're told you did something in a past life, and you did it well. Is there a way to find out how you did it so you can kind of do it again?
I see. I will tell you this. For Adeline. Little blue boy, did I get your name?
It's Radiant. Hello.
Radiant. Hello. I am Pathfinder Karanti. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
I will say this to you. That in life and along the path, there is no benefit to be gained by following the steps of another.
What if that other person was like the best person ever?
Well, good for them. But you are not them. Even if souls are mutable things, they don't exist as static. You're not getting a new pair of shoes. You're not getting a new shirt when you inherit a soul or are reincarnated. I'm not a metaphysical scholar, but I'm a priest. priest, and so I will say that the path you forge is best forged yourself, not attempting to repeat the path of another. Because while you might get the steps right, the turns may be different. The path itself does not meld around you. If you step off of it trying to follow the path of someone else, who knows where you'll end up. The most important thing is to follow your own and be true to yourself. At least that's what I think, and I'm a crazy old man who lives in a shrine, so... you know.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
I have a question.
Hello.
Hi. Radiant, like, scoots up. He's, like, sitting cross-legged on the floor. This is not quite as related to reincarnation. You're a religious person.
By definition, yes.
Yes. Have you ever spoken to a god?
Who's to say, really? There are many gods who walk the world, yet hidden from mortal eyes.
Do you know if there's any way to track one?
Like you would a deer?
Like you would a person that's missing.
Well, they exist physically in the world, so that, sure. But the problem with finding a god is they don't usually allow themselves to be seen unless they wish it.
I think this one might wish it, if it's not so presumptuous to say.
Well, I guess you'd have to ask the god. In your prayers and in your meditations.
See, if
I'm sorry, I've never had to track a missing person god before.
See, there's the thing. If I could have done that, it feels like I would have. If I could do that.
Yes, I think it would probably be a bit harder. Yeah.
Don't you have like some kind of amulet that lets you talk to gods, and so I could call them up and be like, "Hey, what's up? Where you at?"
He puts a hand on your shoulder and he says, "I can tell that this is something near and dear to your heart, and I wish I had a more substantive answer for you. But unfortunately, it's not as easy as just picking up an amulet and talking to them. Gods are distant and fickle things. They are not... You can hope to ply them with offerings, with prayers, with beliefs. But just as your own path is your own, theirs are theirs, and it takes quite a bit to rouse them these days."
Radiant points at his lightning scar and is like, "Does this help?"
A lightning bolt scar?
Yeah, after this happened, I kind of became the sole paladin of Chella, and that feels like something. That feels like something that could help. And it hasn't
That does
yet.
feel like something that could help. Are you sure?
Yes? Ness?
I will tell you also that many gods deal subtly with their followers. If you wish to speak to your god, it might be that you are not listening in the right ways, on the right wavelengths.
And what's the right wavelength?
I have no idea. I think that's something that you're going to have to figure out yourself. I don't try to talk to gods very often. I mostly try to take care of my god and make sure that children are being taught well.
Alright. Thank
Adeline,
you. Thanks for your help.
I'm sorry I can't be of more assistance.
It's okay. I don't know what I was expecting.
Alan glances at the door to where the monsters' bodies are. Is like, maybe we should go do this.
Yeah. We should go do this.
What are you doing?
The
Lake.
place.
Lake.
Okay. What are you gonna do with these bodies?
Oh,
One of them
throw
is
them in the lake.
one of them is food.
Okay. The eel tastes like eel. The beach ball tastes like chicken.
Oh shit.
Oh, gross. I hate it so much.
2 big old drumsticks.
No.
Can we burn them? Can we just burn them?
I mean, yes, please don't burn things on my shrine, though.
I was gonna say it's like an open fields of like lavender. It's like what if it goes over and lights all these nice fields of lavender? Should we? I don't want to take them with us. They're gross.
You just
And
leave
they've
them
been
here
cut
and
open.
you keep an eye on them.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, we can always take them back to the village and burn them there, I guess.
Yeah.
Like when we come back.
We should leave the amulets on them just in case, because I really don't want to risk. I know we took the stones out and it seemed really like this worked, but like, whew, do I not want to fight this beach ball?
Long legs, man. Say it.
Long
Come
legs,
on.
man. He is literally a man with long legs.
Don't
And I
fight
do
the
not want to
truth,
fight
Addy.
him again.
Man is generous.
Long legs ball. Yeah. We should tell Jameson we're going. And
Yeah.
oh, we
Probably.
could actually just send, but we don't have to bring Bashari with us, so we could just send him. Hey, go tell Jameson we go and investigate something. He could chill.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna probably. The forest is in this direction, the northeast. You've walked to the southwest of the village, so you would probably, unless you were like taking a berth around the village, you would probably cross the village.
Oh, okay. That's very funny. Be like, see Bashari, and the thing where you leave somebody's, but then you like walk in the same direction for a bit,
Yeah.
but through a whole town for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
I think as we're walking, if we're walking, I want to ask Pachari if he's ever, like, seen anything like this before.
Like this? I mean, I've seen weird stuff. I've seen, when the behemoth blood comes up out of the ground and things get twisted and things get weird and things get different than what they were. I've seen that. But those rocks, that stuff, I haven't seen anything like that before.
Yeah, it's something, huh?
It's weird as hell, if that's what you mean.
Sure.
Are you sure y'all want to just run straight to the forest? We just got here. You had a fight. You don't want to, like, chill? A little bit?
As much as I would love to chill,
I'm good on HP.
Alright.
I just don't want these people's festival to get ruined. I know we've got like a week, but you know how stuff goes. It's like, oh, I've got a week to do it, and then suddenly you've got a day to do it, and yeah.
Yeah, I want to get it out of the way and maybe then chill.
Yeah, the sooner we investigate it, the sooner we can fix the problem.